Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got kind of a rainy day out there today. I didn't feel like getting on the water. So I'm in the shop. I just got something in the mail, so I'm pretty excited about it. Uh, Fish Obsessed live scope mount, right? Or transducer mount for the active target live scope. Let's change out this cheap little flimsy one that comes with the Lowrance active target. It's pretty much just a bent piece of aluminum. This is a little bit beefier. You get a chance, check them out. I am not sponsored by them. This is not a promo for them. I just happened to see it online, and I like the way it looked. And the reason I bought it is I'm wanting to use the scout mode on this, or on the excuse me, on the Garmin, I believe it's called perspective mode. Excuse me. But because of the angle that's built into the Lowrance mount, it shoots down and forward. So there's, in shallow water, it's a limited amount of space I can see in the scout mode, scout or perspective mode. For Lowrance, it's called scout. And I just not happy with that. I want to see more than what I'm actually seeing. So I went looking online, and I found this mount here. It's adjustable. It clicks. I can point my transducer straight out. I can point it up a little bit, point it straight down. There's no knobs and whatnot that I gotta mess with and take a chance of dropping in the water, because let's face reality, gravity sucks, and if it can happen on the water, it's gonna happen on the water. And luckily it hasn't happened to me yet, but I haven't moved the transducer a whole lot. But you know, you loosen up one of these knobs, and next thing you know, bloop, there it goes. You're SOL unless you carry spares, which I do have spares, just because I know how I am, but and Murphy's Law. But anyway, this one here doesn't require any of that. All it is it's a turn. See that? Be able to turn it, which should work out pretty good. I said I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna try it. You can make small little adjustments, get everything right, and then it'll turn up here too. I don't know if I've got to. Yeah, I have to wait and do it while it's on there. But anyway, mount it and click it this way and that way. Get everything you need out of it, or it'll sit like that. I'm sorry, but anyway, let's put this on and see what happens, and we'll go from there. All right. In order to do this, it's not a whole lot of tools you need. It's pretty simple. Look at that. You need a 5mm Allen wrench, or I got a 5mm in a socket with a ratchet. Right. The torque specs on this is 2.5 pounds, foot-pounds. I don't have a torque wrench that goes that small, so I'm just going to do it German torque, good and tight. All right, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't break nothing. If I do, I guess I'll be ordering another one. But anyway, let's get to it. These are the bolts you're going to loosen where it goes to the trolling motor. They're not torque to spec. There is paperwork on it, really good instructions that come with it. Very clear, cut to the point. Not difficult to read at all. Really good instructions. Fish Obsessed did a really good job with this. This is not plastic, it's all aluminum, so should be able to take a little bit more of a beating than the plastic mount there, which I haven't broke it, but I've heard people talking about they've had issues and broke one and this, that, the other. I haven't had that issue, so we'll see. Well, that's something I just figured out. It's pretty nice. With the way that mount's built, it'll go on either side and it'll clear. So I think what I'm going to do is put it on this side. Now, one thing that is not talked about in the instructions, which I will say here, is when you're doing this, working a cross pattern when you're tightening these. Okay, so you pull it up evenly, not one bolt is bearing all the weight and all the torque. I don't know if you can see that, but that's dead on right there. So if I can make that dead on, there we go. Now once again, this is aluminum, so you don't want to over tighten. All right, you want to pay attention to what you're doing, because you can strip aluminum out. There we go. So now, what we'll have to, I probably should have done this first, but I'm sure the instructions probably say to do it first. But I'm not very good at reading instructions. So, there we go. So we have that. That's going to mount to there. It'll work. Now it does say it does come with instructions, and it does talk about using either the original bolt, which should be over there, I think, or no, the original bolt will be on the side of the trolling motor mount, which I'm sure I had at one point, but I don't know what I did with it. So we're going to have to use the bolt that's provided with it, right? And it comes with multiple washers, and they're stacked spring washers, so they have to go exactly like it says on the picture. This is going to it's going to put the tension on there and give you the ability to adjust the mount. Okay, you have to do it exactly as in the picture. There's a flat washer, and there's spring washers. So let's get that done, and we'll move on from there. Right? I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? It's got a concave to it. Those are your spring washers. And then you have one flat washer. So it says here, spring. All right. You can see right here, spring, 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 and then the flat. So 5 springs on the form like that against each other, and then the flat is against the mount piece. Oh, I dropped another one. So you should have something that looks like that. All right, so we have that. That is going to go inside this piece. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's a 5mm. Yep, still 5mm. You only need the 1 Allen wrench to do this. And then that's going to go on this. So put that there. On that. There. There we go. And that's going to give me all the adjustment I need. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And this plate's going to go back underneath there. We'll just go ahead and drop all them bolts out before it becomes a nightmare. Start on. There we go. There we go. That's pretty nice. Alright, so the way that this mount's made, I can adjust it any way that I want. Bring it down, bring it up to where it's straight. I can rotate this, it locks into place. Move that to where now I can shoot that any way I want. If I'm up shallow, I can adjust this to shoot straight out in scout mode. I can still adjust it to shoot down out in front of me in scout mode to look, you know, down and out, or I can look straight out. I can come up, watch schooling fish with it, you know, if I need to. This thing's pretty sweet. There to adjust. There we go. Look at that. That's going to be really nice. I can set it at different angles. I can watch my top water come across the top of the water. Watch top water. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. If you have a chance, hell, I suggest getting one of these. This thing isn't bad. Now, I have not used it on the water, so I don't know what on the water is going to be like on it. So, you know, keep that in mind. I will be using it this winter. We'll see what happens. See if it's worth its weight in gold. Right now, I'm feeling like I'm going to say yes. I'm pretty impressed with it. But like I said, we'll see. Okay. Follow along, and we'll do a review on it here in a little while after we use it. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the water.